Hello, my dear folks, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. My name is Jack Chow. The show is East to West. We're with G&E TV. At G&E TV, like I said 1 million times, we promote positive life. The positive life includes the part that we call on people to treat each other equally, to love each other equally, to help each other equally, to extend their helping hand to anybody needy, and together we cultivate, we promote ourselves, we cultivate our life into a better being, right? So that's the whole thing of the show. That is our theme.
Yes.
Right? Join me today, not only today, in many of the shows, together we work towards the same theme. Is my good friend, Mr. Ken Hamming. He is a writer of a beautiful book, a powerful book I call a guideline book, a Bible or some kind. Once the people called, it's a combination of a Bible and esoterics.
Right.
Who called it?
Peter Choi.
Peter Choi called it.
Yes.
And the combination of esoterics and the Bible, biblical stuff.
Very
like that,
sweet
right?
words.
Very sweet words. But I like that. The reason I mentioned that is that your credentials to apply into the situation.
Yes.
People, as long as you have a shiny sunshine kind of mind, you will find this very, very, very dirty.
Yeah.
Very filthy, right? So we're talking about Fox News 5 at one of the show 5.
It's called the 5.
5. The host blatantly used a discriminative statement that goes typically against the Chinese and Chinese Americans. Plus, he made some totally wrong statement about the problem between countries. Anyway, that's the different part. We're talking the part that he, being such an offended offense, at a job of a public media as important as Fox News, is really a moment to call him off, to oust him. So, and I believe that you've done some homework about this guy's history.
I have.
Okay, so let's hear about it. What kind of guy we're talking about?
Well, you know, he's been a very talented person in his life, and he was Mondale's director of press secretary when he was running for office in 19. So he has a long life, but then he had personal problems with.
This doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how talented he is. This is a job that calls for nothing but talent.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying he has a long.
Anybody here is a talent.
Yeah,
right?
he's got a
he
long
has to
life.
Be a talent,
but there's this whole page here, which like Jack would agree that we don't really want to read it too much, but we do.
Let my audience know what kind of person we're talking about.
Well, one thing about Julian Assange, he thought that this guy's a traitor, he's treasonous, and he has broken every law in the United States. And I'm not fully for the death penalty, so there's only one way to do it. Illegally shoot the son of a bitch, okay? That's what
he said
on the air.
His
okay?
comment on
and
the
so
air,
you get in trouble with comments like that. So I hope I didn't offend anybody here. I'm quoting that.
Of course, I know you're quoting, but this is kind of a filthy
He's
statement.
He's got a lot of anger in him, and he's very strong-worded. And he at one point when there was in Israel there was a fundraiser for Mitt Romney, okay, and Beckel said that he was slamming them with a bunch of diamond merchants we don't know the name of. So he was slamming the Jewish community because they're good at business. Okay, so he has no specific target. He's just he slams everybody periodically.
He's calling everybody by names.
Right, and then he said in one other one, and the last one, but it's interesting. He said that Beckel commented that visas should be denied to students who emigrate from Islamic countries. So there are things that are controversial. And like what you say in a subtle way, well, maybe part of it's for ratings because it's, you know, maybe it draws attention to the show. I'm not sure. I don't have an opinion on that.
No.
But he
Go
just
ahead,
does
go
that,
ahead.
and it's a live show, so you can't really edit out some of what happens.
But
So
you can choose the right guy to do the job. You can always
That's right.
educate him.
Right.
You can always give him a guideline.
Yeah.
My boss James is not here every day, but he's given the guideline.
Exactly.
That I go abide by.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. So the same thing.
Well, and what
Same
I would
thing
say
everywhere.
to Roger Ailes, who's the head of this Fox News, is that please consider and do what is appropriate to limit the recurrences of these offending actions that just periodically happen with Mr. Beckel.
All
It's
right.
up to you to run your organization, but there
And
are
more about
ripple
this guy,
effects.
please. More
there are.
about this guy. Yeah.
Right, so
it's
that's-
interesting, right?
It's
Okay.
interesting, yeah.
And it is interesting. Not only interesting, but it's positive to know more about him, so that we know that we are making the right decision. Yes, here in the community, not only the Chinese community, joined by everybody of different races and different color, different background, to voice together to oust him. It's a person that we do not need to be still occupying such an important job to face the public. Why? Because number one, the wrong messages are being delivered. Number two, discrimination is being promoted. So that's totally wrong. Okay, now I call on people, I call on you, everybody of you to join us. If you want to say your statement to the public, we will do it for you. Write it to me to tellmydj@gmail.com. Let me say it one more time. Tellmydj@gmail.com. Let me spell it out one more time. tellmydj@gmail.com. We will put the statement together and we will publish it. Yeah. And probably you want to sign your name. If you don't want to actually use a name, just tell me who you are. Because you can say, I'm a chef.
Sure.
I'm a bus driver. Or I'm an electrician. Or I'm an engineer. Or I'm a teacher. Or whoever that at the bottom. We'll put together a message to the world, to the public, to Fox, to the boss.
To the boss, Roger Ailes.
Yeah. Rod Ailes, let him know what kind of guy he's using till now. It is the moment we can bear no more. It is the moment we need him to go out to be replaced. Right?
Yeah, and I might even openly suggest that we send the videos that we have back to Roger Ailes too.
Oh yes, we will.
Yeah, I would do that because he will look at them.
We will. We'll find out how exactly he offended not only one group of people, but the Americans as a whole.
Right.
And he has committed crimes, breaking laws that's written under Constitution of equality. Right? When laws are broken, you're talking about criminals.
Well, you know, your wonderful organization, G&E TV, had a very strong reaction also with the Senate Bill 5 in California, and you made a difference. You have a very tremendous influence on all of the country, and you're using it now.
We earned the credentials through the past, because when we see something is right, we promote. When we see something wrong, we try to denounce it.
We demote.
We try to make people aware of it. So together we are, I like the word cultivating.
Yes.
So we're teaching ourselves, we're teaching everybody, we're teaching among each other to love this little life of ours.
Absolutely.
Right? To love this little community of life. We have a limited time, even limited time to love each other. Why hate?
There's no room in this world for hate.
There is no room for that, right?
No room.
That's why how exactly I and many of my folks are offended. That's why I myself and many of my fellow Americans are offended. That's why I thought American laws are broken. I would recommend if I can do something, oust him and then process him, and prosecute him, and let the law make judgment, right? Okay, now in a country, for example, you spill a cup of coffee, burn your leg, what?
That happened.
Right?
Yeah, at
And
McDonald's.
how much is the compensation?
You know, I forget what that was, but that was...
That was in the hundreds of thousands, right?
I'm not sure how it ended, but yeah, ladies...
They accuse us for the precise number,
No,
though.
because the coffee was hot, it burned her leg, and she spilled it on herself, whatever.
What I want to say is that in a country, when they spill the coffee, can get its justice.
Well, you could say his words burned us.
Exactly. The heart, not on the leg.
Right.
So something has to be done. So some punishment has to be given. Right? Now, so my whole point is, if I want to read this to you,
yes, sir,
and to my audience, please, please feel free to contact your host at tellmydj@gmail.com or call the number 626-856-3889 in either case. If you can do neither, please write your statement and we'll translate the statement. We'll do the statement, we'll put it on a magazine, on the newspaper to publish. Okay. We say at the very end to this show, after all, let us hurry up in voicing together that discrimination is a crime and lawbreakers are to be punished.
And you could email Bob Beckel directly. All you have to do is look email address for Bob Beckel at Fox News, and it'll be right there.
Of course.
That's also a good approach.
All right, good. All right. To my folks, and I thank everybody who joins me in the voicing out to oust him, and also to my audience, thank you very much for watching the show. And there will be more, there will be more, there will be more. So thank you very much, Ken.
And thank you for your community service on this.
Together we did a good job.